Hey guys, Brian here. Well, it is fall at our property. As you can see, it is gorgeous up here. Our aspens are changing and there are some really pretty colors. And the elk up here are going crazy. This morning at 3:30, I woke up to an elk bugling outside of our cabin, and then there were some elk on our first hill. So I'll show you guys some pictures. I was taking some pictures in the dark with my camera at probably like 5:30, 5:45. There was elk, I don't know, maybe 75 yards away from our cabin. So super cool. But I'm up here for the weekend. Yesterday my buddy was here and we built 3 more fire teepees. We're just kind of cleaning this area up in our aspens here. This is kind of our main spot where we hang out and where it's a little flatter on our property because our property is pretty hilly. But we got 3 big fire teepees built, and then today what I'm going to be doing is finishing out cutting into this hill here. I want to get this done before winter time because I want all that snow and moisture to compact this loose dirt, because it's pretty much all topsoil up here, and so it gets really torn up as I'm digging, and it's very light and fluffy, and so it needs to, all that water to help it kind of settle down and compact. But got maybe another 10-15 feet to go, because this area, as I've talked about, is an area where we're going to hopefully be able to camp with our moon lander. We're for sure going to be picnicking. We've been using our picnic table a lot lately, which is awesome. We got our fire pit up here, so we're going to just have this be an awesome little hangout spot. And then in the spring, I'm going to build an outdoor little play set here out of logs with a couple swings. That's going to be a really cool project and a lot of fun. So the main goal today is just to finish cutting into this hill, get all this dirt moved to the front or where I have these holes, and again kind of get this leveled out as best as possible and get it ready to go for the winter. So let's get to it. By the way, I got this cup holder from Harbor Freight. It's got rubber magnets on here. See if this thing works. I'll try to put it over here. Oh yeah. Moment of truth. Is it gonna hold this water bottle? Oh yeah, look at that. That is awesome. Might have to get a rubber one though. This might kind of shake around, but that is sweet. Well guys, I have some disappointing but not surprising news. The excavator has overheated after maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of work in 65-degree weather. It's overheated, so I'm stopping and letting it cool down so I can continue on with this project. One other thing that it did that is new is the digital monitor for the battery voltage, and then also the hours and the switch for the swing boom. All that cleared off. And one issue with these excavators is the hydraulic line for the swing boom. It loses pressure over time, so your boom kind of starts to sway and move over to the left, and the only way to correct that is you have to hit that switch and then move it over. Well, I couldn't do that. Thankfully, I had shut the machine off and turned it back on, and magically it was working again. So I don't know if there's just a cable loose or something like that, but everything is very inaccessible on this machine, which is one thing that I really do not like about the excavators, these Kymron excavators, is it is so inaccessible to get in here. You have to take off a lot of different bolts and stuff, and it's just a total pain. And I'm planning on working on this thing myself, but because of the inaccessibility of the engine, all the hydraulics and all that stuff, it's hard to work on it by yourself. I mean, you can do it, but everything takes so much longer than it needs to. So I'm super disappointed in it. I may in fact actually make a video about the truth about Kymron excavators. If I do, I'll put a link in the video, because yeah, this thing, if it didn't overheat and if it didn't have some of these dumb little problems, it'd be awesome. I mean, I really like it. It works great. It's small. It fits into little areas. I do like the fact that it is gas powered. I feel like it is powerful enough even here at 10,000 feet. I mean, I'm digging in super rocky soil, and it's working, but it just keeps overheating. And this is a great day to dig. It's 65 degrees out. The dirt is slightly wet because it rained the last couple of days, so it's not real dusty. I'm digging easier, and I'm very close to being done with this project, but now I'm having to wait for this stupid thing to cool down. So I'm going to take an early lunch, and then I'll be back at it. right, guys, well, I am finally done with this project. I am so excited. This is going to be a great place for us to hang out. It already has been a great place for us to hang out. I didn't cut in over here as much as possible because you guys can see this huge rock over here. That's a boulder. And the excavator was not even touching it, but I'm going to keep it because it's kind of like a seat. It's kind of like a chair. And then there's another one over here too. But I cut into this hill pretty good. I mean, in areas, it's easily 3 to 4 foot that I cut into. And so this isn't perfectly level by any means, but it is so much flatter than what the ground was like over here before. And just to give you guys some perspective, so lengthwise here, it's probably about 65 feet, and then widthwise, it's about 35 feet. So we're gonna put a little playground right here. I may actually utilize these 2 trees. We're gonna make like a kind of a platform here, kind of a lookout tower thing. Then we'll have a beam going across, and there'll be a couple swings. So we're gonna have that be on this side, and then there'll be the picnic table kind of where it is, fire pit, in an area where, you know, we can play, you know, cornhole or can jam, or I could even pull my truck up here and we could camp. So a lot of fun things are going to happen up here for sure. So we are very excited to get this done. The excavator did pretty good. I mean, it's only 60 degrees out and it was still getting hot and overheating. So that's extremely disappointing. But you know, I'm going in my busy time of year. I own a painting business and a Christmas lighting business, and I'm coming up on a time of year when I work 80 to 100 hours a week. So I'm gonna basically put the excavator away for now and deal with that problem, you know, this winter, probably in the end of January, February, something like that. But I'm heavily, well, seriously, whatever you want to say, however you want to say it, considering getting a Bobcat. I have ran an E26 before and an E35. I actually had an E35 up here before, and it worked flawlessly. And it's just such a bigger machine. A project like this, I would have gotten done in half the time. And I could have made this a little bit bigger. I wouldn't have struggled as much, and it would have made this be a lot easier of a project. And I want to cut a road that goes to the top of our hill over here. And this excavator is not going to do that, at least not in a timely fashion. It's gonna struggle. But if I got something a little bit bigger, that would, you know, that would do the job. My only hang-up, honestly, is the price, because Bobcats are not cheap by any means, but it is a much better brand, and I can go to a service shop in my town and everything, and I think that may just end up working out better. So that's the route I'm leaning, if I can convince my wife to spend the money on that. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get a hydraulic cooler for this thing, put it in there, and it'll work, and I'll be happy with it. We'll just see how things play out, but that'll be for another time. If you guys enjoyed this kind of series here of making this area and the video, please give it a like, and I look forward to seeing you